Yeah. Okay, let's now go to Jin Ye.
Jin Ye.
Jin Ye.
Okay.
Jin Ye.
Okay, let's answer this. We have 100 questions. Which statement best describes the relationship between yeah.
Jin Ye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jin Ye.
Answer.
Jin is lighter, more young than Ye.
Okay. The clue there is thin is thin. Thin. So when you're thin, you're lighter. Which organ is referred to as the root of Jin?
Stomach.
Yes. Which fluid primarily lubricates the joints, nourishes the brain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lung primarily distributes gene in which manner?
As a flying mist.
Which organ first separates pure fluids from ingested food and drink?
Green.
Spleen.
Spleen.
Which organ further separates pure and impure fluids after the stomach?
Spleen.
Which organ sends impure fluids downward to the urinary bladder?
Lungs.
What transforms fluids in the UB through evaporation?
Kidney yang.
Which substance spreads gene? Okay, so what will happen if you have kidney yang deficiency?
I feel cold.
Kidney.
You will have edema, no?
Yes.
Because the fluid is not moving. It's not
Yes.
transformed. Which substance spreads gene fluids between skin and muscles?
Waiting.
Very good. Which substance spreads E to joints and orifices?
Yin qi.
Yangqi.
Ing.
Yin qi.
Which statement about E is correct?
It supplements gene.
Yes. The lower jiao is classically compared to
Mist.
A drain or ditch.
drain or ditch. The middle jiao is classically described as
A bubbling
cauldron. Cauldron pala, no? Caldero ba?
Yes, yung tongue's a witch.
Okay. The upper jiao is associated. Di ba yan yung gamit ni Sir Mar? Joke lang. The upper jiao is associated with which image?
Mist.
Mist, moist.
Which organ is most responsible for transporting Jin Ye in the upper jiao?
Lungs.
Failure of lung fluid distribution commonly causes.
Puffy face, watery.
So you would know what to do if you see a patient with puffy face. Edema of the legs commonly reflects dysfunction of.
Spleen and kidney.
Why does fluid accumulation tend to descend downward?
Fluid are nature.
Yes. Which symptom may occur when qi fails to hold Jin Ye?
Spontaneous sweating.
Spontaneous sweating. Night sweating is cold.
Nice. The thief who comes in the night.
Who comes in the night. Which statement best describes relationship between blood and Jin Ye?
Blood and gene.
Jin Ye thins blood.
Yeah.
That is
Persistent sweating may eventually lead to.
blood
deficiency.
Yeah. So ito na siguro nangyari, no? Nag-blood deficiency. So pag nag-blood deficiency fluid. Okay. Which substance anchors the shen?
The blood.
Which body fluid is considered more nourishing?
The blood.
Yeah. Wait, ano na ba ito?
The blood. The fluid. The blood.
Blood.
Yes.
Which body fluid is considered more moistening?
The
Jin Ye.
Which organ sends remaining solids to the large intestine?
SI.
Small intestine.
Small intestine. The large intestine extracts
Remaining fluid
And
from
fluids from dregs.
which organ receives impure fluids from the SI and lung?
urinary bladder.
Urinary bladder. Connect talaga, no? SI bladder is tayang, lung, and large intestine. Okay. Which organ system is described as having function but no form?
Sanjiao.
Sanjiao primarily controls.
Water passage.
Yes. Which statement about Sanjiao is false?
It stores blood.
Tama.
Sino nag-i-store ng blood?
Liver.
Okay.
Liver.
Which organ governs water metabolism?
The kidney.
Which pathological factor forms when fluids accumulate and transform?
Phlegm.
Phlegm misting the mind is considered.
Non-substantial.
phlegm.
Yeah. Which symptom strongly indicates fluid deficiency?
The scanty urine.
Which condition commonly causes dampness accumulation?
Impaired fluid transformation.
Which symptom is characteristic of dampness?
Heaviness.
Which symptom is associated with phlegm accumulation?
Mental confusion.
Which fluid is specifically linked to the heart?
Sweat.
Which organ disperses fluids to the skin?
Lung.
The lungs.
Kaya yung yung itubang sweat, no? There are some, they just use
Okay, ma'am. Ang results ang nagbigat.
something else. Which organ disperses fluids to the skin?
Lung.
Lungs.
Which organ receives pure fluids from the spleen?
Lungs.
Lung. Which
Lung.
organ vaporizes and recycles fluids?
Kidney.
Kidney.
Which statement best defines Jin?
Jin is thin, clear, and mobile.
Which statement best defines Ye?
Thick and slow moving.
Which fluid primarily moistens exterior?
Chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Jin? The answer
Jin
is
lang.
Jin.
Chin.
Yin.
Chin.
Which fluid primarily nourishes interior?
Interior. Yeah.
What is the relationship between Qi and Jin Ye?
Ferment transport. TNT.
TNT.
Loss of Jin Ye may create
MTG
and
and
dryness.
dryness.
which condition may result from prolonged vomiting?
Genia depletion.
Yeah, be careful with prolonged, no? Which organ sends pure fluids upward via Sanjiao after separation?
I.
Small intestine.
SI. The process of repeated extraction of pure fluids resembles,
Refining gold ore.
yes, refining gold ore. Which fluid is more yang in nature?
In nature. The gene.
Yes, kasi maliit, payat, no? Which symptom reflects yin deficiency affecting Jin Ye?
Dry skin.
Yeah. Which organ retains fluids until evaporation occurs?
Bladder.
What allows transformation of fluids throughout the body?
Yanshi.
Wow.
No one.
Which organ pair most directly influences sweat formation?
Kidney and bladder.
Which of the following is considered a Ye fluid?
Synovial fluid.
Ano yan? Yung nasa joints, di ba?
Nasa tuhod.
Which of the following is considered a thin fluid?
Sweat.
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 Which symptom is least associated with fluid deficiency?
Loose stools with heaviness.
Which pathological factor often results from spleen deficiency?
Dampness.
Which organ's failure may cause watery nasal discharge during a cold?
Lung.
Lungs.
What is the primary role of Wei Qi regarding Jin Ye?
Red skin externally.
Yes. What is the primary role of Yin Qi regarding Jin Ye?
This,
Distribute Ye internally.
Wow, correct. Basta Yin Qi Ye, no? Internal. Which statement best describes the nature of Jin Ye?
Primarily in substance.
Primarily yin substance. Which organ is most involved in the initial rotting and ripening?
Tama.
Upper stomach.
Which symptom best suggests failure of fluid transformation?
Edema.
Which classical text emphasizes harmonious qi transformation in fluid metabolism?
Yan.
One teenage.
Wang Tinei. Wow.
Sa wang-
Which pair shares a common source?
Blood and Jin Ye.
Senior.
Yeah, yun. Kaya siguro, no? Hmm. Now we know. Which organ regulates the water passages?
Lung.
Lung. Which symptom most strongly reflects damp phlegm, misting the mind?
Mania with heat.
Mania. I know, foggy thinking.
Pagi thinking. Pagi thinking.
Ano?
Ano yun? Nasisira
Damp
ng ba
phlegm,
yun?
misting the mind eh.
Nasisira ng ba yun?
Di naman siya ano.
Testing the mind mania.
Yeah.
Bago-bago.
Hindi. Ano na,
Oh,
parang
damp phlegm
natatabo na
yun
yung
eh.
utak.
Parang may manic disorder na siya.
Meron pa. Ayan.
Damp phlegm na kasi yan, misting the mind, di ba? Pag may phlegm, di ba, sa mind, mas grabe na, ano na siya.
Di, pag mag-ano ka na, mania, may fire na siya. Wala pa siyang fire.
Wala kang fire. Okay.
Wala pa lang.
That will be this.
Damp phlegm.
Wala pa siyang fire. Diba? Wala naman. O, damp phlegm pa yan. Misting the mind. Parang nasa Baguio pa lang siya. Magpababa na kayo. Fuck. Which body fluid is most superficial?
Jin.
Jin.
Which body fluid most nourishes marrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens to impure fluids after lung separation?
Send
Sent
to
to urinary bladder.
Which organ transforms food and drink into fluids?
clean.
Jin.
Which symptom reflects impaired lung diffusion?
Puffy eyes.
Yes. Which organ pair is central to middle and lower jiao fluid transport?
That's for fluids. Spleen and kidney.
Answer.
Spleen and kidney.
Yes, spleen and kidneys. What type of relationship exists between qi and Jin Ye?
Jin ba? Yan yan. No?
Yin yang. Diba? Yin yang. Which process depends heavily on yang qi?
Fluid transformation.
Fluid transformation. Which statement about sweating is correct?
Chi and blood.
Yeah, this is probably what happened, no? Like, can you imagine playing for 5 hours? Which fluid pathology is associated with chronic respiratory disease?
Phlegm.
Which organ sends some purified fluid back to moisten the lung?
Kidney.
Kidney.
Kidney. Which organ extracts remaining fluid from fecal matter?
Large intestine.
Which of the following is not a function of Jin Ye?
Anchoring.
Anchoring Shen.
Anchoring.
Which statement is true regarding fluid movement?
Gene circulates superficially.
Yes. What is the major yin component among body substances?
The Jin Ye.
Jin Ye. Which symptom combination best reflects Jin Ye depletion?
Pag depletion niya, may dry mouth tapos constipations.
Wow. Which pathology reflects impaired fluid movement and transformation?
Ano magkakadampness?
Dampness. Which organ ensures proper movement of all fluids through the body?
Sanjiao.
Tanjiao. Tagal. Aspect of Jin Ye is associated with sensory orifices.
Aspect of Jin.
Both Jin and Ye.
Jin and Ye.
Wow. What primarily distinguishes A from Jin?
Density and depth.
Density and depth. Which organ is most affected by dryness damaging fluids?
Stomach.
Wow. Which statement regarding edema is true?
It reflects failure of chi to move fluid.
Yes. Which body substance is directly nourished by Ye?
Substances. Jin.
Jing. Which organ pair is central to fluid ascent and descent?
Lung and kidney.
Yes. Which symptom is most characteristic of damp accumulation?
Heavy sensation.
Which statement about Jin is false?
Jin. It nourishes marrow deeply.
Yes. That's Ye. Which statement about Ye is false?
It moves rapidly with Wei Qi.
Okay. Which process is impaired in spleen deficiency, leading to dampness?
The fluid transformation.
Which pathological fluid condition may affect mental clarity?
Misting the mind.
Letters in the mind.
Which statement best summarizes Jin Ye physiology?
Fluid metabolism depends on coordinated Qi transformation.
Wow, congratulations, everyone. I hope you had a great time. Perfect, almost perfect score. Okay.